Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. It's good to have you here once again this Sunday evening. Good to have you here this evening. We're back to the A to Z of a distinguished man. Sorry, I was on break for a period of time, but I'm back. We're back to continue from where we stopped at the A to Z of a distinguished man. It's always my pleasure to hang out with you guys here on Sundays, evenings like this. It's always my pleasure to hang out with you guys. I missed you guys so much. So I'm happy to be back here for us to continue with our talk, with our teaching on how to be a distinguished man and a distinguished lady. So today we're going to continue with the A to Z attributes of a distinguished man. And today we're going to be looking at the eyes attributes of a distinguished man. The eyes attributes of a distinguished man. And number one on the eyes attribute is intelligent. Intelligence. A distinguished man is an intelligent man. He is an intelligent man. He is a person of high or especially quick cognitive. He has a high mental functioning capacity. A very high mental functioning capacity to deal with life issues logically. He's bright. He's bright. You know, he has a high mental capacity. He's quick. He's quick. He knows how to deal with things logically. You know, he's an intelligent man. He's an intelligent man. Intelligent. So mentally, his capacity is high. He is bright. He's bright. He is bright. So a distinguished man is an intelligent man. Number two is industrious. Number two is industrious. A distinguished man is an industrious man. He's very industrious. He's hardworking and persistent. He's hardworking and persistent. He's an industrious man. He's not a lazy man. He's not a lazy man. He's an industrious man. He's hardworking. He's productive. He's an industrious man. Number three is informed. Informed. A distinguished man has the basic knowledge of life. He's well informed. And he's educated. He's well informed. Well informed. He's not ignorant. He's not ignorant about the basic knowledge of life. He's educated. Number four is important. A distinguished man is an important man. He is an important man. He is a man that has relevant and crucial value. He has relevant value. He's important. He cannot be pushed aside. No. He cannot be pushed aside. He has crucial value. He is an important man. He's always needed. He is always needed. He's an important man. Number five is invest. Invest. A distinguished man is a man that invests. He invests. He spends his money, his time, his energy on something that will yield profit and value. A distinguished man does not waste his money. He doesn't waste his time. He doesn't waste his energy on unnecessary things. No. He channels his time, his money, his energy towards the right direction that will eventually yield him profit yield him benefits. Now, take note of what I want to say now. A distinguished man is not a man that eats his seed. He doesn't eat his seed. He doesn't eat all he has without investing. No. He doesn't just get money and start spending it until he goes broke. And then he goes hungry. And there's nothing to fall back to. No. A distinguished man, when he gets funds, when he gets money, he invests. He will invest part of the money. And so that the money will start bringing returns, start yielding returns for him. He doesn't go into a job that will drain him up and he won't get nothing. No. He will invest his time and his energy in a job that he's sure will pay him properly and yield good results. So a distinguished man is a man that invests. He's a man that invests. Number 6 is inspire. Inspire. A distinguished man, he infuses good ideas and knowledge into people's life, into people's mind. And these ideas and knowledge he infuses into people motivates them to become better people. He's a role model. He's a role model because he lives an exemplary lifestyle that is worthy of emulation. So he is a role model that people want to be like. So because he's a role model, he's a source of inspiration. He's a source of inspiration. People get inspired by watching him. People get inspired by following him. People get inspired when they come close to him. So a distinguished man is a man that inspires people. He infuses good knowledge, good ideas. He infuses them in you, in your mind. And it motivates you to become a better person. Number 7 is innovative. Innovative. A distinguished man creates new ideas. He's innovative. He creates new ideas. He creates inventions, new inventions. New inventions. He initiates new ideas. He's innovative. Number 8 is independent. 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 A distinguished man is an independent man. Naturally, every man is expected to be independent. Because why? God created you as a man to be the head. To be the head. Your family depend on you. So you work hard and strive to be independent. Because people depend on you. A distinguished man has an independent mindset. He works hard. He strives in life to grow to the stage where he will be independent. To a stage in life where he doesn't have to bug anybody or disturb anybody for any form of assistance or help. Because a distinguished man does not depend on people. He only depends on God. He only depends on God. So distinguished man is an independent man. He's an independent man. He always thinks independently. Doesn't depend on people. Number 9 is innocence. Innocence. A distinguished man is an innocent man. He is free from guilt, sin, or immorality. He's not responsible for wrong acts. No. You can hardly point a finger on him for wrong acts. He is harmless. He is good. And he is true. So a distinguished man is an innocent man. Number 10 is inquire. Number 10 is inquire. Number 10 is inquire. He likes to know what is happening around him. So he makes inquiries and investigations about his environment and even beyond his environment. So he's a man that inquires because he wants to be up to date. He wants to be up to date with what is happening in the world, in his environment. He wants to be up to date. So he's a man that inquires and investigates. Number 11 is influential. A distinguished man is an influential man. He's an influential man. He influences. He has the power to affect. He has the power to control or manipulate something or someone for good. He has a power of influence. He has a power of influence. Good evening, BTC Frost. Good evening. God bless you. It's very impressive. Thanks. God bless you. God bless you. So he's an influential man. He influences people for good, not for bad. For good. Number 12 is incomparable. Incomparable. Remember, we are looking at the eyes attributes of a distinguished man. Incomparable. A distinguished man is so much better. Is so much better. He's a better person. He's unique and is beyond comparison. He's unique. He's unique on his own. He stands out on his own. So you cannot actually compare him to anyone because he is distinguished. He is distinguished. God created him as a person of his own with peculiar qualities. So that is why he is incomparable. He's incomparable. He's a better person. He's a version of his own self. He's a version of a distinguished person. He's a version of a good man. He's his own version of himself. So he's incomparable. He's a unique man. It's beyond comparison. Number 13 is insightful. Insightful. A distinguished man has deep insight. He has a power of acute observation. He has a power of acute observation. He has a very deep insight. He has a deep inspection or view about most of the things that has to do with life. He has a deep inspection. He has a deep view about the issues of life. He has deep insight. He's an insightful man. And number 14 is irreplaceable. 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 A distinguished man cannot be replaced because he is unique. You can't replace him. He's special. He has some unique qualities. He has some special qualities that makes him stand out. So he can't be replaced. He can't be replaced because he's specially and wonderfully made by God. Number 15 is icon. Icon. A distinguished man is an icon. He is an icon. He's a person that sets the best example in almost all he does. He sets the best example in his profession, in his business, in other aspects of life. He sets the best example for people to follow. So this makes him an icon. He is an icon. People look up to him. He's a model. He's a model. Number 16 is impactful. Impactful. A distinguished man impacts lives. He impacts lives. He impacts people's life positively. Positively. He carries impacts. He carries impacts. When you come close to him, you will feel the impact and your life will change. He's a man of impact. He's impactful. He's impactful. You can't come close to him. You can't be associated to him and remain the same. No. You must be impacted. You must gain value from him. You must gain value from him. He gives out value. He adds value to people's life. He's impactful. He adds value to people's life. Number 17 is impartial. Impartial. A distinguished man is not a partial man. No. He's not a partial man. He is a sincere man. He's a sincere man. He treats people equally. He's not partial. He's not partial. He's not biased. He's not a biased man. He's not a biased man. He's an impartial man. He treats people equally. He doesn't deceive people. He's not a partial man. And number 18 is initiative. Initiative. A distinguished man has the ability to act first, to initiate. To initiate, to act first, to make the first move, to make the first step on his own, to initiate, to make the first approach, to do something. So he initiates, to begin something new. He has the ability to begin something new. He has the ability to create a new beginning. A new beginning for something. He initiates. He's an initiator. He's an initiator. He has the ability to develop something new. He has the ability to solve problems in a new way. To deal with problems in a new way. He's an initiator. He's an initiator. He solves problems. He solves problems by initiating new moves, new approach, new ways of dealing with things. So he's an initiator. And number 19 is incorruptible. 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 A distinguished man is an incorruptible man. He's upright and not morally corrupt. He is upright and he's not morally corrupt. He's a decent man. Number 20 is integrity. Integrity. A distinguished man is a man of integrity. He's a man of integrity. He steadfastly adheres to a strict moral and ethical code. Steadfastly adheres to strict moral. He's a very moral man. And ethical code. He's a man of integrity. He's responsible. He is true. He is pure. He doesn't lie. He's a man of integrity. He has a high moral standard. High moral standard. And then the last one we'll be looking at here this evening was number 21. Number 21 is invulnerable. Invulnerable. A distinguished man is an invulnerable man. He's careful in nature. He's not vulnerable. He's careful in nature. He's not likely to be exposed to the chance of being attacked or harmed. So he's not vulnerable. He's a careful man. He's a careful man. He doesn't expose himself to a chance of being attacked or harmed. No. He's not a vulnerable man. Either physically or emotionally, he is very careful. He tries not to be vulnerable. He's very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. He does not disclose his inner thoughts or feelings. He doesn't disclose them immediately. He has a strong instinct of self-preservation that makes him not to be vulnerable. So he's careful. He does not expose himself too much, both physically or emotionally, to harm or attack. He doesn't make himself vulnerable. He's careful. He's sensitive. So he trades with care as he goes about the issues of life, as he goes about the things of life. He trades with care just to make sure that he's not vulnerable to attack or harm. Physically, emotionally, he's sensitive. He's careful. And he does not disclose his inner thoughts. He does not disclose his plans at all times. He does not talk too much. He doesn't even disclose his feelings most times because he doesn't want to be vulnerable. He doesn't want to expose himself to attack or harm. So he has that strong instinct of self-preservation. He tries to preserve himself. He tries to preserve himself because he doesn't want to be vulnerable. So he's an invulnerable man. So we're going to be rounding up here this evening. Thank you for hanging out with me this evening. For those of us that will come back to watch the video, I pray to God that the talk today will bless you. And it is my greatest wish, like I've always said, that at the end of this program, this series of the A to Z of a distinguished man, that you that has been following this program, will turn out to be one of the best distinguished man and distinguished lady on the surface of this earth. That's my prayer for you in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you so much. We'll see some other time. Have a wonderful week ahead and have a wonderful night rest. I love you. Good night.